I would never hook up with a neurosurgeon.
What do you have against brains?
I know who I am, and there's nothing me and a neurosurgeon have to talk about.
Ghost or haunt with
Luke Hutchie
And Matthew Finlan.
Because you guys are the ghosting experts, I asked our listeners to send in their worst ghost stories, their relationship stories about getting ghosted. And I would love for you two to share. Would you ghost the person or haunt the person based on what they did? So would you leave them high and dry and ghost them?
Okay.
This is
Or
amazing.
How would you haunt them? Like, would we like try and get back together? Would we ruin their lives? Okay, these are real stories.
Oh my God, yes.
Would you ghost or haunt if they started planning a family with you on the second date?
Ghost. That's weird.
Definitely ghost. Big red flag. Too fast, too soon. Gotta go.
No.
Second date's like, I'm learning your favorite TV show. Not like
Second
planning
date,
our
I'm still
children.
figuring out if I want to talk to you.
100%. Second date, I'm like, what's your last name again? You know? Which
Real. Do I want that last name? Do I want our
Totally.
children to have that last name? It's too much.
No,
so the
that's-
person did ghost.
Yes,
So
and
they
that
did
was good
ghost.
for them. They made the right choice.
They did say it happened in front of an old house as well. So maybe there was like some ghost spirits happening in the story. Unconfirmed.
were they dating a ghost?
Maybe. Oh my God. Maybe that's, and then, wow, that's really a thrilling, like,
Did they
twist.
say like what their, sorry,
I was gonna say if their name was Mary or John, but it started coming out Jerry. If their name is Mary or John, they're
you're so quirky.
You know, that's me. This is the quirky guy.
But wait, did they say like what their reaction was? I obviously they ghosted,
Their
but they were
reaction
like,
was literally, what?
okay.
And then it went on, and they were like, okay. And they got through, they were on a walk. They were
Yeah.
walking through neighborhoods, like just casual.
Planning a family, like, are we talking like, so how many kids are we gonna have?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, like right into it, full on life organized.
Yeah, no.
No. Okay, so
No.
we're officially ghosting that
Yep.
one. If on the first date they took you to an active construction site.
What's being built there?
Yes.
Good question. It was some kind of like high-rise apartment condo situation.
Okay, follow up. Do they own a unit in that building that's gonna be built? Okay.
I'm really bizarre. Like, I don't know. That for me, yeah. I would oh wait.
Hunt. Stick around.
I would stick around.
I love that.
Because I would be like, you're crazy. Like, why are we here? Like, there'd be so much lore. I don't know. That's
interesting,
my.
right?
I'm like, yeah.
I love it.
Like, I would 100%.
No, I think I'm with you because it's an interesting place for a first date because it's gonna make for a lot of questions, and I think you want a lot of questions on a date. You know,
I feel like you would not like it. I feel like you'd be like, no, we're gonna go to a restaurant.
it would depend. Weather would have to be right. Okay, do you know what I mean? Can't be too cold.
Okay, so I
can't be
can
too
tell
hot.
you it was Boxing Day.
No, are you
I
kidding
still
me?
love it.
You're into it.
I would be like, what's going? I don't know. I would love that.
No.
Haunting and ghosting.
I'm ghosting the shit out of that person. What was that? You're taking me to a construction site on Boxing Day? Unless it's Santa's toy factory.
Okay, what did this person do? Hold on.
And they never spoke again.
So she ghosted.
Yeah, she ghosted.
Really? I would have loved that.
Have to be honest, those details did change my verdict there a little bit.
Okay.
Because I was picturing, hey, come with me to like this active construction site and you're standing at like the gate on the sidewalk and you're just looking into the big pit and you're like, well, I guess that's where the basement will be. No, if you can explore an active construction site, I'm all for urban exploration, breaking rules. That's what we do on this show. We go to the places.
Yeah, like if I don't feel like I'm gonna die, what's the point of love?
Yeah.
You know?
Wow, I love that. Okay.
It's like masochistic almost.
I redact my ghosting. I'm going to haunt you, baby. Let's see this building through.
TikTok's gonna eat that soundbite up. I want the remix. I want the Brat Summer remix of what you just said.
365
immediately.
party girl.
If a hookup with a neurosurgeon who says he wants a relationship with you texts you the next day and says he's seen someone else, would you ghost or haunt this person?
I would never hook up with a neurosurgeon. So in this situation, I would just.
What do you have against brains?
I know who I am, and there's nothing me and a neurosurgeon have to talk about. There's nothing we have to talk about. You know what I mean? It's not. You love a professional in the field.
I love a
You love
doctor.
teacher.
I love a lawyer.
You love a teacher.
Yes. Yeah.
I love, like. It's not who I am.
For me, what it is, I have a bigger problem with the lying about
Well, yes.
being with somebody and that. So it's like, yeah, that's a big ghost for me. No, goodbye.
No.
Boundary to have. Right? Yeah.
You know?
Principle is yes, you can't lie. You know what I mean? It's more embarrassing to be a liar. This is the thing, hot take. It's better for you to just be like, I'm sleeping with other people and make it sound ugly than be caught as a liar and be like, I'm sleeping with, like, it's just dumb. Like, you just look stupid.
It's like, let me make my own decision, because I don't want to do that to the person you're seeing. But if you were straight up and were like, yo, I am sleeping with other people, I'd be like, okay, well, how do I feel about that?
But was the catch here because he's a neurosurgeon, so you're gonna let it slide?
He ghosted her after that. So he kind of like gave a little and then ran away, and
She got ghosted, so she has to ghost.
she has to go.
I don't think men should be allowed to like talk. And I think this is a good example of that.
Men should have to use the same like ghost communication devices that you guys use on the show.
I think there needs to be, and this is interesting, this person's a neurosurgeon. I think we need to implement more tests in the medical field to approve people to do things. Because that's not the actions of someone I would trust with my life.
My brain.
Like,
With
you know what
my
I mean?
brain.
That's what I'm saying.
Real.
If
Okay, real.
that person's like, if I would smile away the hours, if I only had a brain.
Yeah.
I feel like you would know the rest of that song.
Well, technically there are 3 versions of that song.
What do you mean there's 3 versions of that song?
Well, like the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man.
They all sing the same song?
Yeah, but with different lyrics. Wow.
This person was compared to a Renaissance painting, then taken to the opera, and then had a very romantic night together, left late the next day, and then never heard from them again.
What city were they in?
Toronto.
Okay.
What does it have to do with literally anything?
That happens to me in Paris. No complaints. I'm like,
Okay, context is key, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
But-
and it's like Emily in Paris.
But do you live in Toronto in this situation?
Yes, they both live in Toronto
Okay.
in this situation.
oh, this is getting harder and harder to justify. Yeah, it's like I'm gonna run into you on the TTC.
Who paid for the opera?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Who paid for the dinner?
I don't know. That's a good
And
question.
what was the painting?
Well, okay. The other context I have, which I think like, I don't know if it changes my opinion on it, but it definitely gives me a different picture, was it was not a man. This was a woman who ghosted another woman. So
Oh.
Gays are always doing the craziest thing.
Okay, but
the opera,
the
that's something you would do.
I have done it. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But operas are, first of all, hot take, bad date. Bad date. Operas
Wait,
are
why?
so long. They're so long, and they have so many intermissions.
Wait, how long's an opera?
4 hours.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I mean, if a good one, you're lucky 3, like Cozy fan tutti. But like,
How many operas do you like go to know
you
that?
can only fit so many in a year because they're so long.
When was the last time you saw an opera?
Cozy fan tutti, actually. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
It's like a Mozart one.
When was
A
that?
couple years ago with my mom. It was great. Yeah, better date to go with your family or friends, someone you want to catch up with, not someone you want to learn stuff about. You're just sitting in silence looking at subtitles. Bad.
That's the first date.
yeah, that was their only interaction. Was that whole sequence.
This to me sounds like, sorry, it sounds like they had a date planned for someone else. That person couldn't come. So then they got a last minute first date and was like, let me treat you to the, you know, when somebody ditches on a honeymoon and they're like, I need a best friend to come with me, please. And so you do all these romantic things. And it's like, oh, I'm never talking to you again. I just had tickets to the opera.
Like, that's like, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Okay, so are we ghosting or haunting the person after
Here's the
that?
thing. No one's ever brought me to the opera before, nor have I ever been to an opera before. So like, I would probably honestly love it. I would be confused. I'd be like, what went wrong? But I would also be like, you brought me to an opera, which is we can't talk to one another. So that's problem number 1 on a first date. 2, dinner. Plus 3, I would love to be compared to a Renaissance painting.
Depending on the painting. Let's be.
I feel like they're all Renaissance paintings are like all pretty. You know that one with like the 2 men? I don't know if it's 2 men. Oh, my gay ass. The one with the 2 men touching. Oh fuck. Is that a painting? Did I just make that up?
You're talking about like Michelangelo's like
Like when they're like this? Yeah.
Yes.
Is it
When
2
they're holding
men?
space.
100%.
There we go.
Boom. Yeah.
I would definitely I would ghost but happily.
Okay, yeah.
I'd be like, okay, I got what I needed out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I've been in this scenario, and I've been the person who has, you know, been fortunate enough to receive a lot of the gifts and things. And at that point, hey, if they want to disappear, that's fine.
So this is a situation, hetero, just to be very clear. So the
Okay.
man who
Ugh.
they had been like dating for like a substantial amount of time,
Years, months, weeks.
like months,
Okay.
like dating, but like not labeling, but like seeing each other. And they split for Christmas because he wanted to go to his kids' grandparents. He wanted to go with his kids to their grandparents for Christmas. And she goes, that makes complete sense. I'll see you after the holidays. We'll spend New Year's together. And they have New Year's plans. And he's sending photos of Christmas at the grandparents' house. And they are all generic photos that come up on Google when you search like Christmas with the grandparents.
Is this
And
real?
This is a real story.
This is a real story.
This is a real story. And there was also like generic photos of like Christmas in Toronto.
How did she find out?
Because she said that they started like not adding up to her, so she reverse image searched, like hoping for the best, and they
Like a
came
genius
up,
does.
like a genius
Neurosurgeon
does.
could
Shout
never do
out.
that.
And then she decided to like not say anything because she was like, I just don't know what's happening. And then he came home, tried to like knock on the door, and she didn't answer, and that was the end. And they never spoke again.
She didn't be like, I caught you. Oh my.
I would have gone ballistic. I would have
haunted
I would
the
have
hell out of
haunted
that
the
person.
fuck. I would have haunted the fuck out of you. You wouldn't have survived another day, bitch.
Wait, isn't haunting the good one means you stay with them?
I would
I
have.
think we can like interpret it in many ways,
Oh,
right? Like,
okay.
Like I wouldn't ghost them.
Haunt the
I wouldn't
library.
ghost them. Like be done with it. I would haunt them and be like,
You will spend every day for the rest of your life knowing I exist, and I will make sure that you are reminded of the dumbass decisions you made.
that is so fucked up.
My verdict is like, I don't know if you've ever heard that saying where it's like man's rejection is God's protection. I kind of think that if you were dating somebody who is psychopathic enough to be sending you easily Googleable images as their family's holiday, you dodge such a red flag. Get out of there. It is more red than Rudolph's nose. You don't want to be hanging out like...
No, that's insane.
The fact that you said goodbye and you didn't know you were saying goodbye is good. Get a restraining order, change the locks on your home.
she has reason to believe that it was not his real name. It was not his real identifying info. Anything she knew about this man, none of it added up.
Where's the two?
Is this like a plot line? Yeah, like I feel like this is a show.
What was that?
Pitch it.
What was
Let's
that thing
make it.
on TikTok? That long story.
Oh yeah, the my husband isn't the. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes. Yes.
It's like that.
It's that. Oh man, that's an identity thief. Like he was gonna steal more than just her heart,
But he came back, so he was planning on returning.
Yeah, and tried to knock on the door and she didn't answer
but everything he told her was a lie.
for months.
This goes back to what I said earlier. I feel like
Insane.
men should have to pass like a test that shows that they're like mentally competent in order to be allowed to do anything else. Because a normal person who like has a functional brain like wouldn't do something insane like that.
But you'd think a neurosurgeon would have a functional brain. So
Well,
like,
this is the thing. You can teach people a tactful skill. You can't assume that they're smart.
fair.
I can teach you how to put a puzzle together. It doesn't mean you can teach someone. Maybe that's not the great analogy.
And watch Ghosting season 2.
Ghosting season 2 premieres March 21st on CBC Gem and YouTube Canada.
Check it out. It's good.
The season is huge. Yes.
Yeah, season's huge. And you came to my turf. You came to Nova Scotia.
Yes.
You shot in Lunenburg.
Yes.
This is like the most exciting ever because Lunenburg is scary as hell. Beautiful. Scary as hell.
Yes.
So tell me about how many spirits found you while you were in town. Hundreds?
Well, Lunenburg was such a fun. Love Nova Scotia.
Yes.
Found out my great uncle confirmed my great uncle died on the Titanic while we were there.
So sorry about that, by the way.
It's,
Are you okay?
It's
Holding
you know.
space.
Yeah.
It's holding space. It's something that I'm gonna take a while to process with. No, but it was such a fun ride to kind of be there. But obviously, Lunenburg comes with so much history, and one of the things of Lunenburg Academy was, the ghost story of Peter Mailman, who was a murderer who was hung there, and it was all of these horrible things that he had done. And the lore is obviously Lunenburg is so old, but he's one of like the most famous ghost stories in all of Nova Scotia, and Lunenburg is one of the oldest towns in all of Nova Scotia, and it looks like it. Gorgeous though,
Gorgeous. It's so gorgeous.
But it was so exciting to be able to go there and to bring like Nikki Ramel, who's obviously on like a teen drama, which would be Ginny and Georgia, but we're bringing her to like the 200-year-old version of a teen drama, which is like Victorian hangings at a high school. So it was so fun to be able to kind of do that. But oh my God, I love Nova Scotia.
I'm so glad that the ghosts got to meet y'all because I think we needed your energy to come like talk to them and not just the tours that walk through every day. I think they needed some excitement to shake things up. Next time you're in town, let's like go visit some ghosts together.
Let's do it. Oh my gosh, yes.
Hot people, spooky tales.
Oh, is that what you're going with? Because I love that.
No, it's just cross country has never been scarier.
I love that.
But I think, what was that? Hot people, spooky tales?
You guys
Hot
gotta
people,
work with
spooky
that.
tales, and great calf muscles. What's your sign?
I'm a Leo. I'm a triple fire
I'm
sign.
obsessed with you.
I love you.